Hello, hello. It is time for another stream. I've been lax again. I think there is a drop right now for like a baby pit lord or something. So, I'm not sure why it's showing that the promotion is Duolingo related. He actually is kind of cute. I have paused before some more quests that seem like lore. Her flavor text in front of me talks about how Xalatath was the harbinger for Dimensius and different folks who were interested in him. So I'm thinking we're gonna have some lore. Getting my chat opened here so I can actually see. Interested. I don't remember exactly what my sentence was, but I think the lore should be interesting. I am not personally interested in beginning a worshipful practice of Dimensius. I am also not moving yet because I'm trying to get my heating pad to sit where I want it to on my neck, but unfortunately, like, not quite working the way I want it to. Like, my hair doesn't want to cooperate. And the pad itself doesn't really want to cooperate. Hopefully I have come up with something that will work at least for a little while. Okay. Great, I was like, wow, the game is really small. The game is really small, me, because you are looking at it in OBS. Wow, you cannot, like, look at chat in any meaningful way if you put your phone sideways. That is not great, Twitch. I don't care for that. Witchy kitty. Witchy kitty.
Speak your mind.
They've never seen anything like this. These wastelanders, they aren't just survivors. They're predators. In captivity, I heard their leader's sermons. Xalatath came to them before the devouring. She taught them to steal the reishi from the land, the beasts, even their own kin. They think she saved them. They've been waiting to serve her again. I gave them the tools to do it.
These shadow god
Please,
will not
we have to
be
stop the Necroans. 3 of us were sent by Cartel Ohm to install a research machine. It was only meant to help study extinct plants. At first, the Wastelanders were polite, even curious. until we tried to leave. They forced us to modify the machine. Musa refused, and they killed him. Balat and I obeyed. We should have refused as well. Once we finished, the Wastelanders let their guards down. Balat said to run, so I did. He was right behind me. Please, find him.
Demencias must not be allowed to return.
Alright, I'm gonna remove my tracking thing. Well, I'm gonna pick this herb because I saw it first. But unfortunately, not make it.
I knew she had not abandoned us. After millennia, the great harbinger of Karesh has returned. I sense her. She who gifted us the devouring. She who taught our hearts to hunger. With the broker's machine, we will show our devotion with a new devouring. Celebrate the feast! Venerate the famine!
Shout out to anybody trying to do business in the offices around me. Wondering what the heck's going on up here.
You had my attention. We have worked too long.
I heard
to
him
fail
fall.
now.
I should have stopped for him. Instead, I kept running. We have to make this right. We turned the machine into a weapon for the Wastelanders. It won't help rejuvenate the land. It will kill everything.
Spend your time wisely.
This isn't a temple anymore. It's an abattoir. They tear souls from captives to power their rituals. Right now, they're pouring stolen energy into our machine. I think I know why. With the modifications we made, overloading the device with arcane energy will create a massive feedback loop. It'll disrupt our technomancy across Karesh. The eco-domes will fail. Kazavesh will be defenseless. We'll be just another feast for the Nakroans. If you can disrupt their rituals, it will buy us time.
We have worked too long to fail now.
Songvale says, if they want to do business, then they can celebrate the feast and venerate the famine first. You gotta get your ritual sacrifices in order for maximum prosperity. You know, that coupled with your statement above about paganism really is gonna give visitors to the stream a particular cultural experience.
These shadow guard
They think
dogs
that
will
Zalatath
not
has
return.
returned for them, that their worship will be rewarded. They'll consume everything to prove their devotion to her. We came here for peace, to rebuild our shattered home. We have to protect the future, Lunathe. It's all we have left. These wastelanders are massing to raid the ecodomes. If they manage to bring down the shields, they'll pick them clean. Don't give them that chance.
There remains much to do.
I'll find my way back in and meet you at the machine.
Thank you, Songvale, for a new subscription. It should have popped up a little thingy. Did it pop up a little thingy? Also, 3 months. Wow. I thought it would only be 2. My original supporter. I see. Well, I'll look at it later. I thought it was supposed to do it, but I also might not have it set up correctly. It feels like the kind of thing that should be, like, settable entirely on Twitch, but it's not. You have to, like, set it up on Twitch and then copy, like, a webhook URL or something. I don't know if it's a webhook. I might be using that term wrong, but you have to, like, copy that back into OBS, and then manipulate what pops up partially in OBS too. It's not as straightforward as I would expect. Yeah, but I guess my understanding is that actually it is quite quite difficult to do, like, video streaming in a way that I didn't expect. Like, it surprises me how difficult it is in, like, VR emulator programs to do, like, a screen share or, like, to bring in the visuals of just what's displaying on a computer. And I wouldn't have expected that at all. Not saying anything for me to read. Okay. For whom have we waited these long millennia? Salata! She returned to us. Honestly, I don't think it's, like, that special right now for the little pop-ups, because I haven't drawn one, and just kind of generic art that pops up, like clip art, that Twitch provides, so it probably would not feel that special for it to be announced. I saw these while I was doing a world quest earlier, and it was weird to me that I couldn't, like, save people, so it's nice that there's a quest to do it.
For whom do we labor? Who taught our hearts to hunger? Zalata!
It's time to go tank spec. I do feel like you are very special. Thank you for being my friend and my primary supporter on Twitch. If you support me for enough months, someday I can cash out the money. I think it has to equal, like, $75 or something, so, and I only get, like, 2/3 of the sub price or whatever, so it's probably like $1 every time you do it. So 75 months is approaching, like, 7 years basically. So if you subscribe through Prime for 7 years every single month, someday I will get $75. I don't need to buy viewers. I've got my friend. Thank you.
It's too far away.
I don't think Valatath has betrayed me yet. But I haven't done the raid. And I'm not sure if these quests go after the raid. But I think we have, like, we definitely know from the quest line of where I'm at, that she was evil in the past.
For whom will we devour all the broker's works? Galata!
Slay one more Wastelander.
She will return to us.
I don't have a target.
I think it's interesting that, like, when I first started streaming, I felt like I had lots to say and prattle on about, and then I did it for a couple weeks, and now I'm, like, much more content to play games quietly again. Like, it did jog my internal dialogue, where I don't know, it's like a lot of it's not lexicalized. Like, it's not in words in my head per se. But like, I'll just look at stuff and kind of think about the art design, but also just kind of think about, like, I don't know, trying to figure out like what any particular design or object is supposed to mean or convey about culture, or just whoever it's associated with or the area that it's in. But a lot of that is not about words, it's just like about noticing. But it's also not deeply noticed enough or like thought-provoking enough where like it eventually develops into thoughts either.
Let us exchange words.
Look at what they've done. No, what we let them do. They would never have been able to corrupt the Echo Machine without our aid. I will put this right. For my friends. For Karesh.
The Mencius must not be allowed to return.
That will slow them down, but I worry it's not enough. We need to end this before they destroy all of our work.
Spend your time wisely.
Even if we fail here, this might give our defenders a chance.
These Shadow God dogs will not.
Their
return.
leader conducts the last ritual site. Sam the Unraveler. I saw him live up to that name. If he uses our Echo Machine against us, he and his followers will tear through everything. Will all be offerings to their absent god. Slay him and end his ritual. We cannot allow a second devouring.
Spend your time wisely.
Don't get too close to the machine. The arcane energy will tear you apart.
Like, this is just a cool... Oh, hydration alert. The fish has come. I'm drinking. I have drank half a cup of water, which is probably similar to one measuring cup of water because it's a tall glass. But like this, where it's like, I don't really know what these tools are for, but it just makes me think, oh, that's kind of cool. I've been thinking about how, like, people who do YouTube or who do Twitch streaming, they don't just like World of Warcraft. Or, like, in the case of, like, somebody that I watch that does, like, interior design, they don't just like interior design, they must like interior design and video production. You know, like, people who WoW stream don't just like WoW, they like presenting, right? Like, they like streaming, but then also, like, they like the topic of whatever it is they stream about. There's a dual interest there. And so I've been thinking about that too. Or at least, like, better embracing that there's more than one piece to this process. Or I guess the same thing of, like, people who run Etsy shops, they either don't just like, either that or they're willing to tolerate, but, like, it's not just crocheting plushies, it's crocheting plushies and running a business. And so I've been thinking about communication skills or something like that, of enjoying or at least seeing them as a necessary tool to be able to do more of the things that I enjoy, and asking myself, like, would that be enjoyable or worthwhile? So, like, when I watch videos where people have made, you know, between 5 and 20-minute videos talking about lore or a theory that they have, like, would it be enjoyable to craft that type of project, or should it just be viewed as, like, a necessary part of it, you know, where it's like you don't just read for the sake of reading when you're researching something. You read, you take notes, and then eventually you, like, write some kind of essay to, like, report back on what you found or to teach it to other people.
A new devouring for a new age.
Songvale says, it would be good to investigate finding the point of interest in each part of the equation. Yeah, like, I don't know, just because I feel like I get satisfaction out of producing things. On the one hand, I'm like, I don't even know where to start with, like, structuring a video like that, but I guess it's probably just, like, trying to start a journal or a scrapbook or other kinds of collections of information, where you just kind of start at some point. And eventually it gets better. Where you develop a voice, you find more things to say. I think it kind of also goes back to, like, where it's hard for where it's kind of hard to, like, beat people and do things if you don't do anything yourself and you don't have anything interesting to, like, say or contribute. Because either you can't participate in whatever's going on because you don't have the skill to do it, or you're just, like, you're not, like, a very interesting companion because you don't have anything to contribute. And I feel like it's then this vicious cycle where it's like, well, you can't really participate, nobody's participating with you, you're not very good at it, so it's hard to be satisfied with, like, your own participation. But you have to start before you get somewhere. You have to be trying to do interesting things to gain the skills to do interesting things, to have people be interested in the interesting things that you do. So, I don't know. I might think about whether or not I should try making lore videos or lore blog posts or something. Just to be producing more or doing more that actually gives me something to talk about, or a sense that, like just a sense of engagement. Like, not necessarily a sense of productivity, although I think that would just come with it, but less checked out passivity. Songville says, doesn't mean necessarily loving all the aspects of presentation or whatever, but finding something that is the reason why you do the specific part. She's been trying to come to terms with the whole idea of drafts lately, like the actual fact that it's not supposed to be the final product. Yes. And also just like growing in skill. I know you did not do a lot of traditional schooling, but I did. And like people do it school a disfavor when they talk about like there not being a drafting process. There definitely is. I was required to like do drafts for a lot of my essays, but the reality was that like my first or like my rough draft, my stream of consciousness draft of a project was usually full marks level stuff. So like I didn't really learn to draft. I learned the process of it, but I didn't learn like the mindset or like being okay with it being really rough early and then figuring out how to refine it. I never did that. And so I think I struggle with that now a lot. Like if it's not coming out perfect the first time, it's not like it's like panic mode because I won't really know how to make it better. But the other piece is that one of the things that schooling has as a bit of an issue is there's so much stuff to get through that when you're done with something, you're like done with it. You tend to move on to like a different unit. And the sense of like slowly getting better at something over time really isn't there. There is in a larger sense, like you become more proficient at math as a whole as you do more and more math. But it's not as clear of a progression of like a single skill. So things still feel isolated even though it is like math as a whole larger thing. Songville says when she took an essay writing class in community college, they walked us through this whole outlining and drafting process where we had to turn in the outline and the draft and then the final essay. And I see what they were trying to do there. It was at least better than not making me turn in those things, but on the other hand, it also made the outline and the draft into their own final products because I had to show them to someone and they had to match aesthetic criteria. Yeah. And the other thing was like my brain did not work that way. These days I actually, the last few times I've written things, I have ended up like writing outlines because the projects were so big that I needed that structure to know where I was going. But honestly, in school, because my brain did not work like that, it was just like writing essays. What I often ended up doing was writing the final draft stream of consciousness, maybe proofreading for typos, although I used to be pretty good at like not doing typos. But then I would save that final draft and not turn it in, and I would go back and edit in mistakes to another copy of it and save that as rough draft and then submit that, or like write the whole essay and then save that separately and write up an outline for the essay. Like, it wasn't a helpful process to me. I was learning how to turn in these steps, but it was not useful to me making a better product. I was like retroactively going back and creating the items. Yeah. But like, or like I can't remember what class it was, but I feel like I remember having a teacher, like, we were writing essays in class, and I was writing in complete sentences with capitalization and punctuation, and like, she was really adamant, like, no, don't do that, just focus on writing. Leave all that other stuff out. And it's like, I was way slower, because was so used to, like, writing that way on the internet all the time, that it was actually way slower for me to try and leave that stuff out. Yep. I would say, like, a big between the lines skill, I don't know if I would call it a soft skill, but like a between the lines skill of schooling is learning, like, you can really effectively learn how to make it look like you're doing the work. And a lot of people also cannot detect the difference between it looking like you're doing the work and you doing the work. And I think that is a significant issue. But I also don't know how to repair that, especially, like, I think if we really cared about people doing the work, a lot of people would not necessarily be able to do it. And that reality would shut a lot of people out of things that they are expected or genuinely need to have to survive. I don't know what we do with that. And I'm also at this point not super sure if everyone genuinely would be able to do it if they just quote unquote applied themselves. I also don't even know at this point if everyone can apply themselves due to factors that are not necessarily totally in their control. So I'm not really sure how to fix that about society. Anyway, let's turn in a quest. I'm finding that I obviously cannot, like, have a deep conversation and quest in World of Warcraft.
What has become of Paresh?
Oh, he's dead. Why hasn't it stopped? It's only growing stronger.
We have worked too long.
We're too
to
late.
fail now.
The ritual is self-sustaining. It'll draw in more power until it overloads the machine. Hazavesh, the ecodomes. Nothing will be safe if the failure cascades. If we remove the infusers, the energy should dissipate before it can cause any harm. It's too powerful, though. It will tear you apart if you try to get close, and I'm not strong enough to do it alone. Unbind me. I'll wrap you in my energy. That should be enough to let you get close to the machine.
Demencius must not be allowed to return.
I'm ready. Unbind me. Ah! Hurry! I can't protect you for long. Are you all right? I tried to protect you from the blast. Amtaha flickers in and out of sight. Sorry. That a lot. I just need a moment. Of Musa. Ambalath. We did it. We did it. Bad days. Yeah, a deep conversation about quests in World of Warcraft might also work. Or if, like, we were, you know, farming herbs or something instead of trying to do quests. That is a sad one, but I am proud of her for passing doing something meaningful.
I can't carry anymore.
Feel the need to take the stuff. We're gonna have to do a vendor mount real quick. My DPS is so low. Oh my goodness. The reason I'm running is I think that... Okay. We're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave. Okay, so as you can see, I have actually done a great job of emptying my quest log. Let's see what this quest is. Really helps it not to be, like, super overwhelming. Try and play.
Inventory is full.
Oh right, I had to empty my stuff. Well, we will go back to Tazavesh and either successfully find a vendor, or we will
Shadow Guard, continue their assault on Tazavesh.
summon our own
We
vendor.
need your help to repel the invaders and re-establish our defenses.
We are here. Apparently, oh, okay. Here's the quest. Vendors.
Wealth can solve any problem.
These are beautiful gray items that are worth... They're gray, but I feel like there are, like, secret finding items that have been gray, so maybe that is what's going on. A nice belt. Ooh. Good, I want to keep that. I think the issue, or part of the issue, is that my, inventory is slowly filling with stuff that feels like it has RP value.
Always a pleasure. A deal is just another kind of oath.
If you can't find a vendor, self-summoned is fine. I love that.
May you succeed in your endeavors.
The Blingtron. Yeah, like, I think I often struggle with the items that I know are for, like, you have to amass a bunch of them to, like, unlock a rare for a mount or something. That, like, I fail to get within a given expansion, but I am reluctant to, like, get rid of because I haven't gotten the mount yet. Alright, before we take another quest here, I am gonna stand up and use the restroom. Oh, yeah. Do you mean like the things where you're supposed to go turn them into like the Heart of Azeroth? I think my brain thinks like I should still collect all of them even though you can't use them anymore. Or at least I don't think you can use them anymore. I'll be right back. I'm back. So my pull for the day suggested that luck will be needed. Do you have any ideas off the top of your head of what I should do to court luck? Yeah. It's just not easy to sit back down in my chair situation. Get all my cords and skirts and all that lined up. I think adventuring might be, which I have chips of. I am tempted right now to stop and go, I did not just do my card pull. I got it this morning before streaming. But I was thinking about it as I came back that I feel the need to like go research. I think in my normal food stores I have basil now. Basil might be lucky.
Stay legal. Are you law-abiding?
Azavesh is a city rife with turmoil, beset by countless dangers. We could always use your help. Check our warrant board and see if you have what it takes to eliminate our most wanted threats.
I'm always watching.
A massive worm has been spotted lurking in the Scrapdrift Sands east of town. The locals have nicknamed it Grubber. Tragically, we lost Deputy Zoe. Oh, Zoe, no. Tragically, we lost Deputy Zoe when he went out. Damn it. When he went out to investigate, the creature pulled him under the sand. Devise a method to lure the worm into revealing itself, so it may be eliminated once and for all. Alright. This is not the quest. I thought maybe these glowing things would be related to the quest, but that's okay. We'll still help them out. I cannot believe how low my DPS is. I feel like the last time I was actively playing, this was not the case. Like, did I get nerfed? Or buffed? Or did I... Sorry, obviously I didn't get buffed. Did I get nerfed? Did the mobs get buffed? I don't know what's going on. If on the side of the stream you are feeling elfy, consider the RP post, Songvale. A wholesome, important creative pursuit.
Yay! Yeah, I suppose I probably should before I leave for today. I'm trying to figure out if there are other lucky things. But maybe I will do like basil, aventurine, clear quartz or something. Kitty. Has Kitty been snuggly again this morning or just playful?
I need to target something first.
She was snuggly and then playful and then started breaking rules on purpose. Yeah, you probably weren't looking at her enough, in her opinion. Such is the way of Kitty. Oh, they're gonna make me do quests to get each item, maybe?
Do you wish to trade?
Discovered the rarest of fruits. The taste is divine, sweet, absolutely irresistible. But the stench! Oh, the stench. Is nose-curdling. No creature can endure it for long.
The trust will save us.
You need more Zokita fruit than I'd ever dare to keep around here. Just one Zokita fruit is enough to drive my brother out of the market, and you're asking for a whole basket? Bold move, my friend. Visit Ecodome Primus. I secretly grow them there, hidden out of sight. Use my picking gear to locate them, and take as many as you need.
May you succeed in your endeavors.
This is not a fast quest, is what I'm understanding. But that's alright. She needs to be mushed. Does that mean hugged?
Wealth can solve any problem.
The law-abiding Omsto is always happy to lend a hand. Of course, if you're just here to chat, maybe you don't need my kind of help.
The trust will
Yes,
save us.
I know of veil shards, a highly prized treasure, often the target of thieves. But rest assured, the upstanding citizen Omsto would not be involved in such crimes. To find veil shards, you need only to look to the rats of this city. They are the craftiest of thieves. Follow a thieving scurrier to its nest, and you're bound to uncover a gem among its stolen hoard. Bring back what you find, and we'll bundle them into a neat dozen for you.
May you succeed in your endeavors.
Great. Hug firmly. The process of mushing is as follows. Hug firmly. Pet face aggressively until cat falls asleep. That's cute. This is a really big gem to just be laying on the ground. Reflect on the fact that this is how Dustcover grew up. I have lost track of the rat. Oops. Oh well. We'll have to find another one. Like, did Cat Mom manage to, like, sit on him and then squish his face with her paws? Do you feel like he enjoys this, or do you think he needs therapy? He just secretly kind of cat-like. Did he find himself inclined to do these things to Lanai? Did he have to explain to other people why he had weird parenting instincts? Dustcarver and Runathe handshake meme over having weird animal-like behaviors that they really want to do that are wholesome, but strange. That's fair.
I don't have a target.
Looks at all the other people neglecting their children. Some of you weren't raised by mama cats, and it shows. I would turn and fight, but it's really obvious that if you, like, fail to follow the rat, then you just miss out. What do you think after we collect all of these Veil Shards, we actually might wrap it up for the day? As I have some luck-based research to do. And I do have to walk into work. Yay. Go see my ferret friends. I thought I saw a jewel over here, but maybe it was just this piece of non-interactable environment. Noodles. Such good noodles. I want Haruko to eat more food. Alright. That is 12.
At last, we return to Karesh.
Did follow the rats.
Let's go!
I see the city vermin here were not a problem for you. This dozen will make an interesting shape. I will package them up for you.
Always a pleasure.
Alright. Well, that might be where we call it for today. I also see that my phone needs to be plugged in. I have to say, the wireless charging thing is kind of great, and I sort of want another one for my, for my place. Oh, that's so sweet. I hope she enjoys being your kitty. I am remembering the concept of raiding today, but I also am not sure if I really feel like it. So we might just call it, if that sounds fine for you. Alright. Reply too slow. It's my stream. I'm in charge. We're not raiding. I also think it's weird that, like, I didn't get a pop-up that I was making progress on the WoW pet. Oh, but apparently I am, so it is okay. Alright. Well, thank you for hanging out today and encouraging me to stream. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. We'll see. Otherwise, I will see folks next week. Goodbye! One hand. I am given one non-existent clap because you only have one hand. So sad.